Also on defense, number 26, Zach Olszewski. In net for the Utes, number 30, Michael Biller. Fans, we ask that you now please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Fans, we would now like to direct your attention to center ice for today's ceremonial puck drop. Today's ceremonial puck dropper is a longtime member of the Eastern Washington University hockey and club sports family who is moving on to greener pastures after this season. Please make some noise for Allie Kindle.
Definite fan favorite on the puck dropper, Allie.
Great drop, Allie.
Let's go!
I'm joined by Blaine Spencer now, who's enjoying himself, hooting and hollering.
Oh, come on. You got to be a fan a little bit. How we doing?
Oh, you got to like Allie. She's tremendous.
Be an interesting hockey game we got here now.
Well, we will find out.
I think so.
Contrasting styles a little bit, I know.
Both two very open hockey teams. We might see some fireworks in this one.
Well, I see San Jose State, they are totally wide open. Their defense is
Oh, here, I'll just use this one.
We're prepared.
Can I use this?
We're prepared up here, by golly. But no, San Jose State, they're an wide open hockey. They try to convert their defense into attacking style. Utah, I see more balanced.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating one for sure. This is a little interesting for me. It's the school that I first got into the business with against my current school. So
that is interesting.
As Utah wins the faceoff here and is coming around here, the boards, I think, but to Utah yesterday's game really can't take much out of it. USC only had the 9 guys, but shout out to USC. I mean, like, coming up here just to take their licks when you're coming with so extremely shorthanded, to say the least. And then,
yeah, and you kind of knew you weren't going to really do much, but got to tip your cap to them. That was a gutsy performance by them.
And then the Spartans played a thriller in our opening game against Western, 6-4, goals galore. Trying to kind of see, I think we're going to see some opportunities, and we're kind of seeing that right now with how open the game already is with some free-flowing ice, with Garcia coming in for the Spartans. His shot goes wide, picked up by Darcy Brahan. Those two were absolutely phenomenal feeding off each other yesterday.
Yeah, there's no question. Utah's going to have to watch where Garcia is, because he is real quick, sneaky. He's a force.
As it's brought back out by Utah here. Picked off there by Garcia. His wrister. Biller makes the save, and he covers it up. It'll be interesting. Biller's going to definitely face some more action than what took place yesterday.
But I'll tell you, so far in this tournament, this is the 6th game, and it's 5 out of the 6 games have been excellent, and I can't compliment Eastern enough. They had 2 outstanding games. They fought hard, and they almost made it. Almost made it in the finals.
Hey, all you can do is have a chance going in each of these games, and outside of really the USC game against Utah, there was that opportunity without question.
Yeah, and that's why I've said I've been impressed with all the teams so far in this tournament. It's been excellent hockey. Some of the scores might be a little bit of a gap, but that had no indication of the play. It's really been solid hockey effort this weekend. And again, congrats to the URC staff, Travis Allen, for throwing this together. You, Blaine, you did a lot of work behind the scenes. I don't think you could have asked for anything better if you were a player or a coach.
Utah penalty number 24, Donovan O'Shea, 2 minutes hooking.
Thank you, Taryn. Appreciate the insight there. As O'Shea gets an early penalty here, and quick opportunity for the Spartans potentially to get up early with the power play.
I
Pittman
remember
picks it off back and gets a backhanded shot opportunity blocked there by Dysart. No, go ahead, Gary. Sorry,
I remember O'Shea. He played strong yesterday for the Utes.
Yeah, very offensive-minded defenseman.
So
he likes to sit up by the blue line.
Yeah, he
get
does.
his opportunities.
And with him in the box, San Jose State may be able to take an advantage here.
Missed pass there with Garcia as it's retrieved by the Spartans. But you can see here, Utah really pressing high on the penalty kill, trying to make San Jose State potentially make a mistake and counter as Olszewski brings it around here, passes it up to the blue line. Dysart gives chase. He's unable to corral it. Swung back out by Utah as they try to clear. 2-on-2 if they've got it, but it's dumped down as Utah decides to make a change instead. Chekalanis covers it up. Quick whistle there, and it's going to be an offensive face-off for the Utes.
Well, we got 2 good goaltenders again in here with Chekalanis and Biller. I remember them from yesterday. Actually, the goaltending's been outstanding in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal goaltending on all ends.
I mean, you look at USC, even though they were shorthanded, Chauncey played outstanding. He was
Chauncey
incredible.
made 2 Sports Center top 10 nominees, like saves.
What did he end up? 85 shots against?
Made 70 saves last night against Utah. And Utah had, you could see it, Utah was going up to him a couple times, especially after that second period. He was like, yo, like you're putting on a show right now, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know the game's over, but Osla was able to pick it off there and down in the zone. Out in front, opportunity. Nahara just can't find the puck as it's come back away with Aguero for the Spartans. His wrister outside goes wide. And already up and down hockey.
And you
kind of first 4 minutes.
You kind of said that, and I anticipated it too because they're both wide open style of teams, and so I imagine we're going to see a lot of offensive attack out of both clubs.
Both love to pinch their D-man, try and put 4-man up there. As you can see now, Aguero's the only one really back for the Spartans as they just made a change there. Nahara picks it off. I think the neutral zone is going to be a huge component of today's game.
Yeah, whoever's going to win that's going to have an advantage because they kind of know they wipe each other out in their style. So the neutral zone's key.
Opportunity out in front. Chekalanis is up to the challenge as Hill gives him a friendly greeting.
Yeah. Chekalanis, if he's like he was yesterday, he was stellar. He was a brick wall yesterday for the San Jose Spartans.
And remember, everybody, the winner of this one will take on the Washington Huskies. UW actually went with a different goalie today. Did you see that? It wasn't Costa in the net.
No, but I'll tell you one thing. Roberts played outstanding.
I did not see that coming with how well Costa played in the first matchup that they went to. Now they just showcased that they got 2 top-tier net miners, which showcases why UW was the number 1 seed going into this tournament.
Yeah.
swung around here.
He played well today, and you got to tip your cap to Brandon Carew too. He had an outstanding game
he
too.
did as well.
But again, it's been a tournament battle of goaltenders. I keep thinking. I mean,
goaltenders and turnovers.
Oh, turnovers are just.
They have. I could account for probably 90% of the goals have been a mistake by the opposing team, and they've gotten scored on because of it.
And a lot of them have been unforced. And so, in other words, they just did it themselves. There wasn't any pressure on them or anything. And so that's fascinating. And that could be with the pressure with being in a one and done tournament. You feel a little bit more pressure than a double elimination. So that could be a lead into why there were so many turnovers.
Sure. Chow has it there. He makes a pass. Look, Endy tries to pick it up. It's now picked up by Millick down in the corner. He's poked out in front. Endy tries to make a pass. Chow has it there, and he scores.
Caught Jack Linus a little bit out of his crease after that initial save.
And I think it was San Jose State kind of switched off for half a second there. Thought they were going to get an easy clear down the boards. Millick rushes in, beats them to the puck kind of unexpectedly. Endy gets it there. First shot saved. Then Chow has two opportunities out in front. He buries the second one.
Well, Endy had a tremendous game yesterday. But if you notice, Utah in that time, they flooded 4 guys into the net area. And so that's kind of what you were saying. They like to pinch their D and use 4. And they did on that one.
Utah goal, number 8, Otto Cho, assisted by number 21, Jovial Milic.
Here comes Chow the other way. He's got an opportunity once again right here at the right circle. Milic now picks it up. He tries to make a centering pass. Picked up there. Sent back around. Endy's out in the middle. He makes a shot there. Check Lennis, fantastic stop. Endy looks up to the stars thinking they had one, and Check Lennis just speared it out with the glove hand.
Well, he's got a tremendous glove hand, and his lateral movement is outstanding. But right now, it's crucial for San Jose State to make sure they do not give up the next goal. Because right now, Utah's coming out firing on all cylinders.
Mudd wins the faceoff there. He tries to swing it around. Poke checked off of it. Here comes Garcia the other way with speed. He's got Dysart to his left. He tries to go alone, taken off by the Utes. Utah's comes the other way, 2-on-2. They dump it down. Mudd tries to be the first one there, unable to corral the puck. Swung it back around. Spartans now have it. Aguero loses it there. Garcia tries to go down and support. Mudd picks it up. He sends it around the boards. Up towards the blue line. Rister goes wide. O'Shea gives chase, and he's able to pick it up. Swings it around. Pittman tries to corral it. Unable to. Here come the Spartans back the other way. Deflected, and it goes out of play.
Indian action right now. Blaine Indian.
Yeah, it's a frenzy out there.
It is. Actually, they just kind of, we decided both, maybe we'll lax on the defense and just go totally offense. But, boy, they both started off hot.
Mudd wins the faceoff there. Unable to corral as Dysart's able to pick up the loose puck, and he brings it in for the Spartans. He's met with a shoulder-to-shoulder hit there by Moorhead. It's passed around the boards. Here comes Utah the other way. Moorhead brings it in. He swings it down. Kurt picks it up. He swings it back out. Opportunity on the near side. Blocked there by last second poke check. O'Shea's wrister up at the top is sent wide. Utah kind of starting to dictate play a little bit in these last couple minutes.
Well, their positional play is outstanding for Utah, and you got to give credit to the coach on that one because you don't see them out of their spots. You don't catch them sleeping or not in the right position, and they play a real solid positional style game.
Centering pass is picked off by the Spartans. Here they come the other way. Castellanos has it. He tries to reprobe. Turnover here in the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Utah. San Jose State struggling to find their bearings at the moment with this Utah pressure. Monaco picks it up in the neutral zone.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing. they're throwing caution to win, and every time San Jose State players gets the puck, they have at least one guy, maybe two on top of him before he can even do anything.
Which continues to lead to the turnovers that are taking place by the Spartans.
I think Biller was trying to hope for getting ice on that one and let it go by, and the referee said, no, go, you could have played it.
Zolchevsky's able to keep it in for the Spartans. Swung around the boards there to Osla. Osla tries to pick it up. He loses it. No high stick there. Osla brings it in. He makes a couple of great moves. He hits the crossbar. He's trying to say that hit the back of the net.
Well, I definitely heard it hit the crossbar. I couldn't tell if it did raise the net up or not, but that's back to his stick handling ability we saw way back on Thursday in the
Skills
competition.
comp,
That
yeah.
guy, his hand-eye coordination with that puck is incredible.
Yeah, he was trying to do some sort of lasso maneuver with the
Yeah.
stick up with the puck on
I'm
it
not
up
sure
in
what
the air.
it was impressive, though. But I tell you, I really like Michael Biller's game. He's a sharp goaltender in there.
Swung around the boards. Aguero's able to pick it up. He swings it around. Picked up by the Utah behind their own net. Swings it right back around. Picked up there. Carpenter then has it. He swings it around. Looking for Furlong. He brings it in through the neutral zone. Dumps it into the corner. But it looks like this is like the original game. It feels like because for San Jose State, you're almost at a disadvantage with what took place for Utah yesterday. You didn't really truly see them, how they were going to truly set up because of how shorthanded USC was. And they've came out firing on all cylinders with a extremely high press.
But my guess is with San Jose State, they're really confident in their offensive attack and their system that they use. And you wonder if they just say, the heck, well, we're going to play our game, see what happens in the first period at least.
Well,
but you're right.
Which is what we saw yesterday is that San Jose State, they were perfectly fine living and dying by the open style that they like to play. They're either going to win it their way or lose it their way.
But I do think you're dead accurate on that. I mean, if you were trying to scout that game, you weren't going to pick up anything because Utah has such an easy go of it.
Garcia tries to make a pass. He makes a turnover. Worth has it. Out in front. Worth's shot just goes wide. Picked up there by Pittman. He tries to make a centering pass. Blocked there. San Jose State tries to clear their lines. They have it behind the boards. And it's dumped back into neutral ice.
But it's just amazing. The turnovers are just hurting some of these clubs. And you can tell it's uncharacteristics with both these clubs here today.
Opportunity out in front. Czech Lennis makes the save there and holds on to it.
They're little come to meeting on. They didn't like that last little stick that
Mud and
looked like
Castellanos was like, all right, buddy.
Yeah, he was definitely letting Mud know like he didn't.
He was like, I didn't see you at Barrel House last night. Where were you?
That's right, exactly. That was the conversation. Or did you get one of those France pies and I didn't? I'm unhappy about it.
You're all out of your France pies.
I know, it was a hit last night.
Out in front. As the net goes moving there.
But see, again, there was a turnover, and Ute was sitting right in point-blank shot, and Czech Lennis was there to block it, but San Jose State's got to be careful with the turnovers because you can tell Utah's working on all their cylinders, and they're not stopping the attack right now.
Face-off won by the Spartans there. Aguero's coming in 2-on-2 if he moves fast enough. He's coming in with speed. He leaves it off. Return pass by DeLees, unable to find him. Picked up there by Utah as they try to bring it back around. Chow now has it. He comes around. He tries to make a pass. Pushed off of it there. Into the corner. Loose puck. Zolchevsky's the first one there. Roth then makes a pass. Dumped back in. Shots deflected. behind the net. Utah has it. San Jose State makes a change as Utah comes out into neutral ice. But end to end, we are seeing some free-flowing hockey out in front there. Endy tries to find Chow, just picked off at the last second by Garcia. He comes in with some speed. His shot's blocked. The only word that's coming to mind right now is frenetic pace. Speed kills right now. 2-on-1 for the Utah. Milik tries to make a toe drag move. He finds to make a last second pass. Chow buries it. Milik from his knees. No look backhand pass. Finds Chow. He has his second.
Well,
Milik and Chow connection on all cylinders twice already.
Kolinek did a nice job at initially blocking the first pass, and then it's kind of just rolled over his stick and point blank shot. But again, there's Utah flooding the zone. That again, they had 4 guys right on top of the netminder. Jack Linus didn't really have a shot at blocking that one.
7:14 remaining in the opening period. And
Utah goal scored by number 8, Otto Chow. Assist number 21, Jovial Milich.
Chow had a strong game yesterday, though, for Utah.
He did. He was the one that actually spurred some controversy in that second period when the game was already in hand. He had that little late check, and the USC player turned around. He's like, "Hey, man, the game's over." Like, I'm not trying to make the flight home in one piece.
Yeah, that was like about the 8-minute mark, and I don't blame the USC players. Like, look at this, 12-1. It's like, really, you're in good shape. But it is hard. You look at Utah, it's hard to not play your style, even though you're blowing up the other team. But that was pretty funny.
Utah wins the faceoff there. San Jose State's had some potential opportunities, but Utah's been in good defensive position, which has only led to the 1 shot on target for the Spartans. So stats not really indicating how up and down it really is.
No, I think one thing San Jose State will probably do, nice shot.
As Biller just makes a quick double save, still out in front, loose puck in the crease. Biller all over it. Refs finally blow it dead. That was at least 4 or 5 stops right there by Biller out in front.
He went from left to right, back to the middle, then back to the right again. I mean, they were just stuffing that puck on him, and he just held his ground. Nice job. But I think you'll see San Jose State in the intermission. They'll talk about it, and they're probably going to try to open it up a little bit more and try to get in the position on it. But you got to look out for San Jose State. If they can get that 1 goal, I think that's going to give them some extra motivation to go. But Utah's swarming them right now.
No, they absolutely need some juice from a Spartans perspective. As a couple of the Eastern guys came over to chat with us, Mitch Hunt and Paxton Dinwiddie, real quick. Just as they just came up short today against University of Washington.
It was a heartbreaking loss. They played so strong and well together. It was a tough break, but it's a one-and-done tourney.
Worth tries to go 1-on-5 there, loses his stick in the process.
That's what you call a gamer right there. 1-on-5. I'm
going
for it.
1-on-5, and then loses it, and then he makes the check in the boards.
No quitting him.
Here comes the Spartans. They bring it into the neutral zone. Unable to corral it. Roth now has it. He brings it in. His shot's glove hand saved by Biller. As here we go here. Garcia is going to be on the faceoff for the Spartans. Utah wins that faceoff. And here comes Utah trying to get it out of their own hand with Pittman. He loses it there. Aguero keeps it in for San Jose State. Picked up there. Castellanos can't afford to get it. Monaco stops and he regroups as he's going to go make a change there for Utah. Swung back around. Castellanos now has it. He gets taken off of it. That's going to be a penalty on Mudd. He just gave a nice little football tackle in the middle of the ice there.
That was a good way to put it. Yeah. But it was interesting. I was listening to a couple of players in the mezzanine, and they were talking about the 5-star concrete skill competition, just how much they enjoyed it. Number 8's in the box, but they just enjoyed it. I listened to a couple coaches. They thought it was the neatest thing to do. So it was very impressive that they had it. And watching some of these players out here today that you saw in that competition, it's kind of really interesting to watch and play differently now.
Chance here in special teams for the Spartans. Biller makes a couple of stops, and San Jose State gets right on the board there. Couple of rebounds out in front. San Jose State buries the opportunity, and it's 2-1.
That's exactly what San Jose needed. They needed to come out strong, get that goal on the power play. And Miller, I mean, he was swarmed on that one. So I think we're going to have a great contest in this.
Looks like
last game of the day.
Castellanos looked like he was the one that got the final shot. Number 15. We'll get an announcement hopefully from Taryn.
San Jose State goal, number 15, Felipe Castellanos. Assisted by number 6, Chris Dreisart, and number 94, Donovan Garcia.
Garcia and Dysart always involved.
Yeah,
in the San Jose State goal.
I'm not surprised when I hear their name. Dysart played strong.
Opportunity on the other end. Millick buries it.
Tough shelf. And that was on a turnover. And unfortunately, Chuck Lennis couldn't have done anything with it. It was a blatant turnover. Tough shelf it. That's going to hurt San Jose State because I think they were looking to try to break through Biller. And we'll see how they react. But again, turnovers, we've talked about it all weekend. It's hurt almost every team that I've seen in this tourney.
And that was kind of their bugaboo yesterday. Almost, I think all 4 of Western's goals were at San Jose State's demise.
They were.
As Millick now already 3 points.
Utah goal, number 21, Jovial Milic. Assist, number 28, Zeke Endy.
Endy with the assist there, but early on, that front line of the Utah Utes already accounting for all three goals.
Since this is your squad, basically, Andy, is he a playmaker? You see, I was wondering how many assists he probably got because he looks like he's what.
As the center man, offense really runs through him. Then you have Millick and Chow on the other ends, kind of playing a little bit of a role there. But offense really kind of runs through Endy as the focal point of the attack on that front line. But the one thing about those three is that they're so interchangeable. All three kind of float around. They'll all take up their own space, and they just know exactly where, oh, he's going to go here. I'm going to take this space and give myself a potential opportunity to get the pass from him. So all three of them have great interchange.
Well, I'm sorry about that coughing outburst.
It's all right.
What happened?
Happens to the best of us.
And then he just strikes me as a major playmaker for Utah. He looked like it yesterday, and he's picking up today where he left off.
Without question, as Nahara just had an opportunity, and Checklin has made the save there. 3:34 remaining here in the first period with the score 3-1. And that's the one thing that's kind of hard when you score on one end, and the hardest thing is to stay focused enough, because that's usually the most difficult part, is that you're going to get scored again immediately off the aftermath. That happened to San Jose State right there. Had the momentum, got on the board with the special teams opportunity, and within 10 seconds, they're already down 3-1.
Well, usually after the first minute, that's what we got a penalty coming up. We'll see what the referee's going to call here.
.22 San Jose, 2 minutes. Oh.
Looks like Navarat's going to be hitting the box.
But like we were talking about, usually that 1 minute after that goal, either for or against, that's a real crucial time to see if a team can adjust. And it's always been that way in hockey. It's strange that way, but that minute it can make or break you after a goal.
I think this might be, if you're San Jose State, you can't get down anymore going into the second period, I believe.
No, they're going to have to.
Eastern came down from yesterday down 4, but no one's outside of that. Everyone who's been in front, once they get up by a significant margin, is for the most part held on.
And you're dead accurate on that. The only thing you worry about if a team's up a little bit, and you saw yesterday, complacency plays a role, and that's where you might get bit.
Monaco right in the slot there. His shot doesn't get all the way through. He picks it back up, tries to make a pass there. That's flashed along the crease. Chow picks it up. He sends it back around the boards. Nahara now has it. He swings it back up to Chow. Chow unable to corral it as San Jose State tries to make a quick change. Utah tries to bring it back in with Zeke Endy. Endy tries to make a great pass there. Nahara unable to corral it. Monaco grabs it and regroups. Endy brings it right back in. He leaves it off to Milik. Right back to Endy. Endy up to the top to Monaco. He swings it right back to Endy at the right circle. He tries to make a pass at the back door. Unable to find him. Endy out in front. I can't see who got the finishing touch. It looked like Chow might have gotten his hat trick. And it is Chow already a hat trick in the opening period. 1:49 remaining here. And if you're San Jose State, I know you love to play that open style, but you're going to open up a whole lot more now to give yourselves opportunity on the opposite end.
Yeah, what happened with that one, Utah again flooded 4 players, and they made San Jose State chase
Utah goal
them.
scored by number 8, Otto Chow. Assist number 28, Zeke Endy. And number 19, Antonio Nahara.
Endy right on cue gets his second assist after we were talking about it. I believe that's going to be a penalty there. And by Furlong, and San Jose State did not take too kindly to that one as he got hit up top.
There was a little baiting going in on that one, I think.
Seven Utah, 2-minute elbow.
But here's the time San Jose State can get back in this game.
Already scored once in special teams.
Well, what you were mentioning, they might have to open up much more. If they can get out of this period down 4-1, they might be able to keep that style
Utah
going.
penalty number 7, Jack Furlong. 2 minutes for elbow.
They're just going to have to attack a little bit more, and Utah's done a great job of taking them out of that system that they were. But they need to settle back down, and like they did in the first couple minutes, just flooded Utah. But give the Utes credit; they've really shut their offense down.
That's dumped back down. Sent around the boards there. Here comes Garcia the other way. He comes in, trying to probe. He leaves it back up, trying to find Zolchevsky. Zolchevsky picks it up there. He brings it back down. Opportunity around. Flash out in front. Unable to get there. There's going to be another penalty there on the Utes, and we're going to have a 5-on-3. Looks like that's going to be a cross check or a boarding. There, looked on 23.
23 Utah, 2-minute board.
There it is, boarding.
Mr. Moorhead.
Yep. Going to be taking a seat.
This is a major opportunity for San Jose State if they could get a quick goal here.
Yeah, 47 seconds here left in the opening period. San Jose State on the 5-on-3. Out in front. Flash just across the crease. Garcia picks it up. He brings it into the slot. His shot saved by Biller. Zolchevsky out in front. His shot's blocked. Right out in front of the crease there. Sent back around. Aguero has it. He swings it back out. Wrister there, covered up and saved by Biller. 3 quick opportunities there for the Spartans out in front of Biller's net.
The Spartans are definitely putting a lot of heat on the Utes right now. And you'd expect that because they got to try to turn this tide a little bit.
Face off won by the Spartans, picked up by Zolchevsky. It's swung out to Castellanos at the blue line. He probes. He swings it right back. Aguero now has it back to Zolchevsky. He brings it back. Loses it there. Nahara gives chase, trying to pick it off of him. Endy provides support. Picked up there by the Spartans. 4 seconds remaining here. And that will do it in the opening period. And it has been all Utah so far. The Utah Utes 4, San Jose State University Spartans 1. Stay tuned, everybody, as we're going to be back with the second period. Welcome back in, everybody, into the Eastern Washington University Recreation Center.
I thought you were going to start singing there for a minute, Blaine. I think, go for it, man. Go for it.
Nobody wants to hear me sing. It's a squeal and a half. I can't hit the high note. But it is the University of Utah 4, San Jose State University 1. Huge opportunity here as San Jose State starts with 20 seconds roughly still on a 5-on-3 power play.
Although there's 2 periods left in this game, this is crucial for San Jose State to score.
Garcia flies in, just misses Dysart on the far side. Dysart was going to have a tap in if the pass was more on point there. Garcia continues the probe as it's now just going to be a 5-on-4 power play as Garcia brings it back around as San Jose State tries to regroup here. Had a golden opportunity on that pass. Garcia and Dysart, probably the one time that we haven't seen them actually on the same page, as Castellanos' shot is deflected and saved by Biller and goes out of play.
But Carl is the one you got to credit for the Utah on that one. He actually forced Garcia to go all the way back down to his end by attacking him, and Garcia couldn't get the puck up like he wanted to.
Face off one there by the Spartans. Kulinik has it. He swings it back down. Back up to Kulinik at the blue line. Back down to DeLeese. DeLeese has it. He probes. Brings it around the blue line. He dumps it back down. Into the corner. Into the slot. Shot saved there by Biller. Parsons had a golden opportunity. Puts it right on frame, and Biller covers it up.
Well, the way Biller plays, I think San Jose State's going to have to change a little bit, and they're going to have to put a Spartan in front of Biller to try to get his eyesight a little bit off, because that kid, at any time he sees the puck, he's going to stop it.
Face off one again by the Spartans. Just a couple seconds remaining on the power play before Utah gets back to full strength. Monaco brings it around. He sent it into center ice. Power play ends there. Utah back to full strength. They pick up the puck behind their own net. Monaco has it. He brings it around. Stretch pass opportunity. Unable to find his teammate, is picked off by the Spartans. Dump back around. Turnover again in the neutral zone. Olszewski brings it in. His shot. Covered up and saved.
It's interesting to see how each team sets up a little bit differently to try to open themselves up in the neutral zone, because like you were mentioning in the first period, they were clogging it up pretty well. And but you can tell both teams are well coached. They're positional style teams, and they're wide open.
If you're a San Jose, if you're Von Reuter here, do you make a change potentially, or do you keep playing your style like how they've kind of been doing these last couple days?
I would
living
continue.
and dying by their style.
I would continue with their style. In fact, actually, I'd take a little bit step further.
Pittman shot there. O'Shea's rebound. He misses. Save, and the chap in is scored by Kurt.
And unfortunately, Cheklinis, he made like 2 stops on that one. The last one, the rebound kicked out, and the D-man from the Spartans missed it. But to answer your follow-up on that question, now I definitely would say, no, the Spartans going to have to take some gambles. I think they're going to have to try to pinch in a D-man and really go for it on offense, because down 5-1, there's really no reason to go into a defensive shell right now. Take some gambles.
And that was really set up by O'Shea's shot up top. Like how we mentioned at the start of the game, he loves
Utah goal scored by number 13, Ethan Kurt, assisted by number 23, Keaton Moorhead, and 24, Donovan O'Shea.
Yeah, they just had too many players on top of the netminder. Cheklinis did a great job initially of this. You can only count on him so much. But yeah, it's time for the Spartans to start taking a few gambles, throw in the defense and pitch it down, see if they can put some more pressure on the Utes.
Well, now if you're a Spartan fan, you're thinking extreme danger zone here with Utah now up 4. And the way they're playing, they're trying to put this one to bed
in
the second period.
And they're past the extreme danger zone now. They're in like, we better do something now. I don't know the wording. You're better with the English language than I am, but no, it's
DEFCON 1.
It's Utah's. They're just all over the top of the Spartans right now.
Brought back in by the Spartans, unable to find their teammate. Picked up there. Utah has it now. Tries to send it around the boards. Picked up there by Aguero in the neutral zone. He swings it around. Zolchevsky brings it back in. Bortoluzzi now has it. He swings it around the boards. He's looking for an opportunity to find a teammate. He probes and probes. Taken off of it in the neutral zone. Picked off again. Osla unable to corral it. Rossi picks it up for the Spartans, and he tries to reset behind his own net.
Now, Utah was second seeded in this tournament, correct?
Correct.
So it looks
Utah
like that
was
may pan out.
Yep, that might be a 1-2 matchup potentially tomorrow at 11 a.m. As the University of Washington Huskies, the top overall seed in the PAC8 tournament, have already punched their ticket into the championship, winning earlier today.
Yeah, and I'm not writing the Spartans off right now, but it would be an interesting contest between the Huskies and the Utes.
Shot there is glove saved by Czech Lennis.
Easy.
But the Spartans are going to have to get on the board here pretty quick. That could slow down a little momentum Utah has. If they don't, Utah's just going to continue to attack. And since they're your club, you know that's their style. They just seem to feed off of that, and they get going more and more and more.
And they're sensing it. So they've got San Jose State back on their heels. They want to really just put this one to bed sooner rather than later. Be able to kind of do what they did yesterday, get some rest in that third period, have them ready for a dogfight tomorrow.
And I was going to say that even though you couldn't take much away from yesterday's game against USC, you could see right off the first 10 minutes what Utah wanted to do.
Yeah. And it's a team that, like how it, not to be, I mean, to be blunt, it looked, and especially after that first period, it felt like just like a scrimmage, that second and third period, just because USC was so gassed.
Yes. And again, that's not anything against USC. They fought hard, but they were just outmanned on their 9 skaters. You can only do so much with. But Utah's style looks like it was when they were up here before, earlier in the hockey season.
Yep. Pinch the D-man. As you can see here, O'Shea was really the only one back there, able to make a great diving block. Out in front opportunity, saved by Biller. That was Dysar out in front with Castellanos. Both of them had a couple opportunities.
Dysar was trying to hit a home run with that. That puck was in the air, and he just took a swing at it like a bat.
Here comes O'Shea leading Millick. Flash out in front. O'Shea gets tripped and takes out the net.
All right.
Well, they're
O'Shea did not like that little.
Oh, I thought they were talking about what kind of pizza they were going to order tonight down there at the Barrel House.
That's outside.
They went to the Barrel House yesterday. That's the problem. I don't know if they want to go with pepperoni again, or if they want to switch it up.
They might kick over a calzone. You know,
there's calzones there. That's my go-to.
Come on.
Get the meat lovers calzone. Beautiful.
Look at that. So everybody down in Utah, if you're listening, give
Travis has had enough of me already. He's like, why am I
Spencer
still
a
on the air?
calzone down there when he gets back in town on Monday or whenever he flies out.
Give Travis a nice little wave. He's doing a great job right now.
Well, I think Trav wanted a France pie, and he's mad because there isn't any left up there in his office. Or unless he stashed one, but
opportunity right there. Bortoluzzi on it, swings and misses there. Opportunity right there at the left circle. Picked up there by San Jose State. They're coming back the other way. Move Great little move there out in front. Biller unable to corral it. Zolcheski had a couple of cracks at it, unable to finish. That was Delis with that centering pass, centering up Zolcheski right there in the crease.
So yeah, Blaine, so we get ready for a lot of Cali zones now for the Utah people down there coming over and giving it to you in your office.
I hope so. We are hosting regionals, by the way, so you want something to do, come on down to Salt Lake City.
That's right.
Castellanos now has it. He swings it down. Picked up there by Utah. Brought up to the boards there. Osala loses it. Kept in. Garcia trying to make a move. That's got to be something.
No.
Never mind.
I looked for the other ref, the trailing ref, and no.
That looked like a hook. Called a hand pass there. .26 remaining here in the second period, with Utah leading San Jose State 5-1. Face-off won there by the Spartans. They bring it back in. Dysart leads the charge. He brings it around. I feel like if San Jose State really wants to get back into this game, it's going to be Dysart and Garcia really being the focal point, as Garcia has it now. He tries to make a centering pass. Picked up there by Nahara. Here comes Osala the other way.
Yeah, I can
Looking
see them
for
doing
Fiend.
quick shifts with those two to make sure they get more ice time.
It's one and done. It's win or go home.
You just get
Use
the
your guys
feeling.
as much as possible.
Yeah, and you get the feeling if the Spartans don't score here, it's going to be real tough to try to get that many goals in the third period.
It's picked up by San Jose State. Sent Brown on the boards. Miller picks it off. Able to keep it in the attacking zone. Back out to Feeney. He now has it. He swings it back up. Millick's shot flies wide. Monaco's able to keep it in. His wrister out in front. Opportunity just wide there. Empty net. Unable to convert. Olszewski swings it back around. Now Millick has it. He tries to probe. Out to the slot. He finds an opportunity there. Shot's blocked. I don't know who it was, but it looked like it was potentially Fiend who had a back door and just couldn't convert.
I've been watching behind the play, and this game's getting a little bit chippy right now. A lot of extra stick work.
I think it's a little bit of San Jose State frustration more than anything right now.
Yeah, that could easily be. But I've noticed a few extra little hits. They're going to call
like
a
we're
penalty.
going to call something here, yeah.
The Spartans are going in the box. They can't afford this.
It's going to be Ellis taking a seat here. I didn't get the call, though.
I didn't see the call either, so I'm not sure what they nabbed on that.
Nahara wins the faceoff.
San Jose State penalty number 19. Matthew Ellis, 2 minutes for holding.
Thank you, Taryn. Right when we need it.
She's on top of her game. This whole weekend, she's been on top of it.
Our whole staff's really been on top of it. Whole crew.
That's a fact.
And while we have a quick moment, I want to thank our sponsors for helping us put this together. Barrel House Pub and Pizza, 5-Star Concrete, The Hub Tavern, Benny's, Severion Staffing and Recruiting, Tea Party Country Music Podcast, Farmhouse Cafe, Boxer Fighting, Holiday Inn Express and Sweets Cheney, Fran's
Pies, Spokane Valley, or Spokane, Washington.
And the Final Whistle Sports Podcast. Here comes San Jose State the other way. Here comes Millick. He picks it off. Centering pass out in front. Unable to find Nahara. Andy picks it up there. Out at the blue line is Monaco. He tries to probe. He sends it out to Millick. Milik out and around. Monaco has it there. Chow now has it in the slot. His shot saved by Czech Lennis there. Endy picks it up. He swings it around to Milik. Halfway through the Ellis penalty. Chow picks it up to regroup. Looks like Chow's trying to go for as many goals as possible in this one. Monaco has it. He brings it in. Centering pass to Chow. He leaves it off for Milik. Milik has it there. His wristers saved and covered up by Czech Lennis.
It just seems, looking at San Jose State today, and it could be the style of Utah, how they're playing, but they seem a little bit out of sync with each other, a little bit disjointed. Their passes aren't as crisp. They're missing some stretch passes that you didn't see yesterday out of the Spartans.
Yeah, they just have not really been clicking on all cylinders whatsoever, while Utah has been on top of their game from the opening faceoff.
And again, that could be the style of what Utah is doing, but they just seem to be a step off. The passes are just probably a half a stick width off of each other, and they seem to have trouble grouping right now.
Face-off won by Utah here. 24 seconds remaining on the power play for the Utes. Shot there by O'Shea goes wide. Moorhead's able to keep it in. He makes a pass, unable to find his teammate. Cleared there by San Jose State into the neutral zone. O'Shea comes in with speed. He has it at the right circle. His shot's deflected and out of play.
I'll tell you one player that was taking a beating is Pittman was for Utah right in front of Czech Lennis and the defenseman, and they were hacking him and they were trying to move him out of the way, and he wasn't budging at all. And Czech Lennis, they gave him a nice whack on the back of the legs, and he still was battling. But that's what you do. You plop a guy in front of a net, and it just creates havoc for that goaltender.
And Utah's been doing that pretty much all year long, flooding 2 or 3 guys right out in front. Wrister there is glove-handed saved. And San Jose State's now back up to full strength.
You see it with all the top teams. They'll always plop somebody in front of SIP. Except UW was a little different. They started to do that, then they went away, but they went to a cycle game on the high slot, so they didn't really need it because they were looking for that little backdoor pass. But most of the time, you'll always see good teams have somebody in front of that net.
Dysart has it. He brings it in for the Spartans. He's able to brush aside Olszewski. He brings it in. Worth's able to pick it off of him. Castellanos gives shape for the Spartans. He picks it up. Deflected there. Kept back in. Sent around by Aguero. No, that's a good eye, Gary. You've seen a lot of that so far. Castellanos tries to make a pass. Picked off there by Worth. Garcia takes it off of him. Garcia's wrister pushed aside, and Biller takes no chances, covers it up.
That Garcia kid, there's no quit in that kid at all. He goes 100 miles an hour constantly when he's on the ice.
Crazy motor.
Yeah.
It's got a crazy motor.
Yeah. And that's why I think him and Dysart are so effective together, because Dysart plays the same style. He just goes and goes and goes.
And Dysart's more like a freight train, while Garcia is the express.
That's a good way to put it, too.
Face-off won against by Utah as it's sent around the boards. It's dumped back in. That should be an icing. It will be an icing. Gary, it's been pretty one-sided so far in this one, even though 5-1. Utah, especially in the second period, has kind of dictated play. What changes can San Jose State really make? It feels like they've tried to open up even more, but it's just not working for them. It's actually backfired a little bit on them with Utah countering so well.
In a way, they're still playing a little conservative with their D-men. They're not bringing them up, and that's one thing they could try and go on the outside of the dot, see if they can slow down Utah a little bit by going north or south rather than trying to go in the middle of that neutral zone, which Utah owns right now. Those are a couple little things they could try differently, but I would start definitely pinching in the D-man because you have nothing to lose down 5-1.
San Jose State has it in the corner here. Pickman picks it off. He tries to find his teammate Kahert out in front. Massive scrum. Czech Lannis is able to cover it up.
Another discussion on the menu items down at Barrel House. You could just see with the Spartans, so they're just, if they get that one step that they seem to be lacking right now, they could make this a competitive game, but they're just misfiring a little bit. Czech Lannis has played so well. That's why this game still is in with it reach for the Spartans, because that kid's been outstanding.
And 4 goals is doable. We saw it happen last night. 4 goals is a doable comeback. But yeah, Czech Lannis already 32 stops.
Yeah.
Face off one there by Utah. O'Shea gives chase to go win it and pick it up.
And that's why I think the Spartans could try to experiment with their goaltender as strong as he is. Go ahead and put that defense and pinch him in a little bit. See if you can get a high slot shot off of it, because you know Czech Lannis is back there, and chances are he's going to stop it.
Yeah, and you have the top two of the top goaltenders statistically, and we're first and second team all PAC8 in the awards for being the goalies on the ice today. So with Czech Lannis and Biller. So
yeah. And that's why I'm saying you might as well start trying to take a few gambles off of this now.
Right. As Endy picks it up, he swings it around. Lost there by O'Shea. Zolchewski's tries to take it off of him. Milik now has it 3-on-2 for the Utes. Picked off there by Roth. Milik now has it. He makes a move. Trying to find Chow. Milik keeps it. Tries to find Chow again. Unable to. Here comes Aguero the other way for the Spartans. He makes a lovely little toe drag. Back, leaves it off. Pass out in front. My goodness, Michael Biller. How do you do?
That has got to be real frustrating with. And yeah, there's a little bit of jostling going back there, but Dellett's wide open shot, an excellent shot he has too, and Biller just came across from right to left. It's got his pad out there, and because there was a wide opening in this. Nice play all the way around by both squads, but now looks like Dellett's from the Spartans are going in, and he might have been a little bit too frustrated with that stop. But see, now here with the Spartans could be a man down where I can see.
Oh, he's coming back out.
Okay. I was going to say that was interesting. He got nailed with it. Are they're going to retire him for the game?
I guess so.
We got to get the call on this one because I didn't see anything that blatant.
I can't see the number there. It looked 16. It looked
Yeah,
like
that was Dellett's. Yeah, Delise.
Yeah, Delise is going
Sorry
to
if
go take
I
a seat.
mispronounced the name, but
O'Shea's going into the box for Utah.
16 San Jose's got a 5 in a game for spearing. 24's got a 2 for slash. 4 and 4.
Spearing. Interesting.
he gets an
I missed that.
early.
Then.
So did I. I saw him jostling a little bit, but I didn't see a spear. But what I was going to think when I thought the Spartans going to be shorthanded, I would definitely kick out Dysart and Garcia because they work so well together. Just put them out there and let them go for it.
Right. Face off won by the Spartans, and it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Then it's going to be the Utah on the power play.
And the Spartans didn't need that. They don't need to go 3 minutes shorthanded.
Dysart brushes away that hit. He's still able to hold on to the puck. Continues the probe. Unable to find his teammate there. Monaco has it. He picks it up. Looks like, I think they missed a trip there on Garcia, it looks like. And
We
now
got
it's
all kinds of
Castellanos.
problems.
Here we go.
We got a scrum going. Well, some more people are going to get an early break tonight.
As it's Monaco and Castellanos. Man, they really didn't like their pizza.
Castellana, he took exception, and I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but you saw him just dart over there.
And Castellanos is going to be taking a quick early shower. Looks like Monaco will most likely be taking a shower. Oh, maybe not. Monaco going to get away with it, maybe.
Well, there was some punches thrown in. It wasn't just a Spartan player. I can tell you that right now.
Yep.
Unless the ref's going to say.
Nope. It's going to just be Monaco's only going to go take a seat. Interesting.
That was a perfect time for the referee just to take them both off if he's going to inject somebody. Take them both.
Hopefully we can get the full
I hope so.
understanding here once again.
Because that really intrigues me on how they're calling this. Because they both threw punches.
Looks like the San Jose State contingent doesn't agree.
They are really unhappy.
They respectfully disagree.
18, Utah, 5 minutes for Rook. 15, San Jose, 5 in the game for fight.
So he's getting a 5 minute, but it doesn't. Huh.
Again, in that situation, that would have been a perfect time if they wanted to send a message, take them both, have them go in the dressing room. Because what that'll do is that will really fuel some anger on the Spartans. Like, why did we get hosed on this call when they both were throwing punches at each other?
And that's what it looks like the San Jose State coaching staff's trying to preach that right now.
And if I was the call, I would be asking the same thing because you saw both players throwing punches at it. So it's not like you could have missed it.
Right.
And again, I'm not advocating for kicking the players out, but if you're going to boot, both of them could go.
There's going to be a lot of numbers on that scoreboard.
Well, hopefully the ref mics up and he can explain exactly everything. We're still waiting.
This game's spiced up a little bit, huh?
It does, and I think you said it a little earlier. I think the Spartans are getting real frustrated right now. Now we have a timeout by Utah. That was odd. That was an odd call by the official on that one.
Now they're looking for an explanation.
We're looking for an explanation. So.
Their guess is good as mine. Chuck Lennis is like, I don't want to skate across the ice. He's like, I'm good.
but you see my point. I don't know
how
one got booted and the other one didn't because, like I said, they both were throwing punches.
I know. I mean, Castellanos, his were blatant. But you would think, I don't know. I'm puzzled. I'm bamboozled, to say the least. I might be going down to the ref room after this. Hey, can you give me some insight? Because I have no clue.
Now we got the goaltenders chirping back at Utah right now. Chuck Lennis didn't appreciate that call, I think, either. So the referees may have created a bit of a mess coming up here. It just depends on if they can keep their composure or not, both teams. The linesman went down and talks to Chuck Lennis because he was chirping hard at Utah's bench. So this fisticuffs, what I thought was going to happen with the Eagles and UW game. Because there was some definite animosity between those clubs, and that was a clean game, really, overall. Well, here we go.
And we are finally back underway. As that's dumped out into the neutral zone, as it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. Still, Milik has it. His wrister sent aside by Chuck Landis. He gets the save there.
We're underway, but we still don't have any explanation on exactly
Nope.
what they called.
I'm just going to start commentating. Hopefully, we can find something out later.
I do know there's a couple players in the
there's a
box
whistle.
for each team. I do know that. One ejection for the Spartans.
2 ejections.
2. So, I don't know.
And all in quick succession, too. The Spartans have reached their boiling point.
Yeah, I think they're getting real frustrated that they can't get their game together.
And you don't want to end your season on this type of a note. So, out in front, Chuck Landis makes the save there on Milik. Picked up there by Moorhead. He tries to bring it around the boards. Endy pokes it back. Picked up there by Parsons. He brings it around for the Spartans. Still 4-on-4. And it will be a San Jose State penalty for kill as the Utah will be on the power play. Biller, he swings it around the boards up towards Milik. Milik now has it. He swings it back around. Picked up there. 20 seconds left on the 4v4. Pass out in front. Endy, he scores. Milik with the pass. Endy with the finish.
And some more conversations.
And this continues to go here for Utah, and San Jose State cannot catch a break as Dysart continues to ask questions.
They really aren't. They all the way around, they just seem a little bit off from what I saw yesterday.
Utah goal scored by number 28, Zeke Endy. Assisted 21, Jovial Milic.
Well, Andy decided he wanted to get on the board besides an assist.
I know, but once again, like how we mentioned, all 6 goals, that first line has been dominant tonight, to say the least.
And you were mentioning in yesterday's game, that's not necessarily so, that they have a deep bench.
Very deep squad, yeah. Pittman's out there now. You also have Osala, who was one of the stars yesterday for them. But those first, especially Milik, Endy, Chow, all 3 of them had PAC8 recognition at the top of their line. But yeah, they're a deep squad for sure. As it's now a power play here for Utah. There's a little bit 2 minutes left on the power play. O'Shea with a nice little whiff on his check there as Roth gets a shot and Biller pushes that one aside from the slot. Moorhead then swings it up around the boards. Picked up by Feeney. He tries to make a centering pass. Unable to. Picked up there. Dumped back in by Roth for the Spartans. Moorhead gives chase and puts it around his own net. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Here comes Endy leading the charge. Moorhead picks it up. He brings it in. Leaves it off for O'Shea. He swings it around looking for Feeney. Feeney grabs it there. He swings it right back up to Endy. Endy has it at the blue line. He probes. Back out to O'Shea as he looks the other way. Back to Endy. O'Shea, lovely give and go there. Goes wide, bounces off the boards, and Chuck Landis covers it up. 3:24 remaining and 1:12 left on the power play.
Well, Utah is doing really well, and they started toward the end of the first period. They're making the Spartans chase them. And that's opening up the ice, and that's why some of those passes are getting through. Rather than clogging up the passing lane, the Spartans are just decided to chase them, and that's hurting them right now.
So we wait here for us to get it back underway. Face off one there by Utah. Dumped back in. Carpenter tries to keep it in. Unable to. Picked up there. Chow now has it. He makes a quick pass. Opportunity for Endy once again. His shot. I can't tell if Czech Lennis got a piece or not there. It looked like he did just to send that high.
Yeah, he kicked it off his blocker.
Opportunity out in front. Endy again. Czech Lennis makes a save. Endy looks to the skies for that one.
Well, Czech
Two
Lennis,
opportunities there.
He's been a force in goal. I don't care if there's 6 on him. He's played an outstanding hockey game. And we talked about this yesterday with Miller. It's tough with him because he only faced 20 shots, and that starts becoming a mental game after a while.
Under 3 minutes remaining, 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Swung back around. Moorhead, Nahara, and Dysart battle there.
But I love Biller because he can play this time. He's a kid that is constantly on top of his game.
Mentally locked in
Yes,
at
totally.
any moment. And you have to have a netminder like that, especially when you have such an attacking-minded team with their idea of defense is a great offense.
Yep.
So Nahara has it. He continues to probe. Couple seconds remaining here. Opportunity out in front. Hit. Endy's shot goes wide. Picked up there by Chow. As it's back to full strength here. Out in front. Endy, another opportunity saved by Czech Lennis. Dysart now tries to pick it up.
That was a point-blank shot that Czech Lennis just blocked. Nothing. You were asking me what the Spartans could try. I would like to see them with their speed is go to a dump chase game. See if that would open it up a little bit and help them a little to get in the Utah zone.
Couple big hits there in the neutral zone. 1:40 remaining here in the second.
Everybody seems to be hitting everybody right now.
Here come the Spartans back into the neutral zone. Rossi picks it up. He tries to pass it back up the boards. Picked up there. Swung back around. Moorhead dumps it back in for the Utes. Pushed aside by Czech Lennis. Flash out in front. Worth picks it up. He comes around. Tries to swing it up across the boards. Back up to Moorhead up by the blue line. 1 minute remaining. Love little drag there by Furlong. His backhanded shot goes wide. As Moorhead and O'Shea regroup. Back up to Furlong. Furlong gets it. He dumps it back in. Utah makes a change. Czech Lennis swings it right back up the boards. What a look pass by Hilda Mudd. Unable to convert there. 30 seconds remaining. Spartans just trying to get out of their own end. Garcia giving chase. He's going to beat everybody to the puck. Opportunity coming back the other way. It's Hill. He tries to make a move. Flashed out in front. Pushed aside there. The net's gone away. It's going to be a delayed penalty here. With a couple seconds remaining.
Some fast, furious action the last 10 seconds. I mean, there was bodies flying. We got some problems. Czech Lennis took a hack at one of the Utah player's stick. There's a man. Here comes another San Jose.
Everyone's going to get involved now.
We have a mess going on right now. Parsons was really mad about something from San Jose. He went right after a Utah player. Well, this will set up for an interesting third period.
As the Utah coaching staff's rushing to get their guys off the ice.
Oh, well, stay tuned for that third period because there's some definitely ill feelings going on right now.
We'll talk.
Their fucking goalie just took a whack at one of the players.
Did he hit him?
The goalie?
Did Chuck hit him?
Hit him, yes.
And they're
Well, now it looks like the coaching staffs are kind of disagreeing with some things.
coaches are trying to figure out what is actually going on.
This game's got out of hand a little bit, I would say.
All right, everybody.
We'll be back for an exciting third period coming up in about 14 minutes. Welcome back, folks, to the third period of the final game for today in the PAC8 championship. We've got the Utah Utes with 6 goals and San Jose Spartans 1. And it will be an interesting period. There was some flare-ups with tempers right at the end of the period going into intermission. So we'll see what happens. This game is the referees may have to control this quickly early because they're definitely taking some extra liberties out here. I got Blaine Spencer decided to join me. Good seeing you, Blaine.
Oh, don't give me that, Gary.
I got it.
Don't. You're patronizing me now.
I was happy to watch you dance coming over here. It's like, oh, look at it. He's into it.
I was definitely not dancing. I don't know what you were seeing. But what'd they end up calling here with the 12 and the 32?
No clue. They never gave
well,
any
that's Chuck
explanation.
Lennis's number, so he obviously got somebody sitting in for him.
Well, you figured that, but none of the referees didn't come back. But I noticed right off the bat, Chuck Lennis did a nice job of putting a stick into one of the Utah players. So I think there's some hard feelings going into this third period.
I'm trying to see who's 12 for Utah, right? That's Worth for Utah, and then Chuck Lennis. I can't see who's sitting in for him, but yeah, even though game might be most likely in hand, both teams are playing with a little bit of an extra fire right now.
Yeah, you notice that a little more body check and forget about the puck action.
Yeah. Like
there's
right
an example.
These guys are not messing around now the rest of this one. There are no hard feelings going to be after this game for sure.
I told you right before what I was saying before you joined us is you could tell that there's some really unhappiness between them, and the referees have got to be real careful with this game because it could get out of hand quickly.
Agreed. I think they will. I think they're going to definitely call this third period a lot tighter than the original two. As out in front, opportunity here. Chuck Lennis up to the challenge with the save. As now both teams are back to full strength here. A little over 17 minutes remaining here in this one.
And I'm going to say it once, and I'll probably say it another 10 times. This hockey this weekend has been outstanding. I don't think you could ask for anything more. All the games -1 was competitive, outstanding hockey players. Just a great tournament.
Here comes Dysart the other way. He's got an opportunity. Bortoluzzi tries to block him off. Just did enough there, and it's saved by Biller.
Biller did a nice job of closing up that post. That was going in the top shelf.
Monaco's stretch pass deflected in by the Utes. Picked up there. Opportunity flashed out in front. Stopped twice by Chuck Lennis as he finally covers it up.
He's been on his game.
That was Porter right there with a couple shots.
I don't care with 6 goals from Utah. Chuck Lennis has played extremely well tonight. And he's as he did yesterday.
Right. Been very solid in net.
But I just think
he wasn't all pack for a reason.
But I think what happened in this game so far, the Spartans just never got into the rhythm of the game in that first period, and that's hurt him through the second period.
It's dumped back in here by Parsons. He gives chase. Olszewski wins the puck there. Big hit down by the boards. San Jose State picks it up in the loose puck in neutral zone. Mudd pushes it, dumps it down. There is just a lot of stuff going on right now.
I have absolutely no skin in this game for either team, but again, there's an example of a Utah player just
26 Utah,
literally
2-minute cross check.
decked a Spartan player down the corner, and they let that go. And that's
yeah.
what I was talking about. It's
Mud
like
got away with one there down the
the
corner.
refs have got to watch how they're calling this game, even it up. Besides that, it's been a pretty decent game. Both teams were real quick, but Utah, you can tell, like, no,
have dictated the game.
They're set for the title game. Let's call it like it is.
So let's give a little bit of a preview. You think? What do you think here? If Utah, UW, the two best teams pretty much in the pack all season long. As here's an opportunity here for Pittman one-on-one with, as he buries it on Czech Lennis, beats him on the glove side, and now it is a shorthanded goal there for Pittman, as it's now 7-1 Utah.
Well, what Pittman did a really nice job of, he did a fake shot and made Czech Lennis commit, and then he just a really subtle move by him, and then he had the puck on a stick, and Czech Lennis was out of the way. But that was all Pittman on that one. Nice little fake
Utah
shot
goal scored by
deep.
number 34, Reed Pittman, unassisted.
Really smart play by him.
Back to what we were talking about, a little bit of a preview. Two best teams, pretty clear all year. What do you want to see in that one?
Well, it'll be interesting if both teams play their style. I really like the Huskies' cycle game. They're extremely effective. Oh, nice shot by the Spartans.
That was Dysart getting on the board there on the power play.
And I'm not surprised if it's Dysart or Garcia, one of those two.
Yep, it looks like it was Dysart there. Goal and assist for him today.
But that, you got to give the Spartans credits. They're down 7-1. They're not quitting in this. Biller's just been a rock solid netminder in there, and they're not giving up a lot of shots to the Spartans. But I don't know. I've seen stranger things happen. So maybe we'll wait to preview that game right now.
San Jose goal scored by number 6, Chris Drysart. Assist number 94, Donovan Garcia. And number 22, Jaden Navarrete.
Navarrette's another strong player for the Spartans. That line's top notch. They can play against anyone.
Swung back around there. Roth now picks it up.
Well, that goal gave the Spartans some life, though.
A little juice, yeah, absolutely.
Get another quick one here, and you just never know what'll happen. We saw a 4-goal lead go awry yesterday.
Yeah, it evaporated real quick for Cal Berkeley. That'll be an icing. What'll be interesting is Utah has cruised in these first two matchups, and UW kind of has come out a little bit flat in their first two games against Eastern and Washington State. Sorry. So to say the least there, can the Huskies more or less, sorry, I cut out there for a second, get off to a little bit of a faster start? They've fallen behind in both of their rivalry game matchups. How about Washington, though? You have to go through your two arch rivals, and then you're just to get to the championship in Washington State and EW. That's called battle tested going into the championship for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, what UW does extremely well is their motion cycle game. They're extremely talented with it. Whoever they play, either the Spartans or the Utes tomorrow, they're going to have to corral that line of Shippies and the Morris brothers. They just move the puck so quick, it's hard to set up. You have to play position with them. If you try to do a stick check on them or chase them, they're just going to blow by you. So that's going to be a challenge for whoever they play, is how are they going to slow that cycle game down?
And in that first matchup, Aaron Morris was in the box a lot today. I don't know what that was all about after having a phenomenal game on yesterday.
That's uncharacteristic of the Morris brothers, but yeah, he was maybe he got tired. I don't know, maybe he was trying to get a break.
Trying to take himself out of the game.
He was in the box quite a bit.
We have just under 13 and a half minutes remaining here in this one. As Millick picks it up, Monaco now has it. Back out to Millick. He splashed it across the net. Looking for Chow. Aguero picks it up behind for the Spartans. He passes it around. Picked up there. Trying to find Parsons. Unable to, as he picks it up there. He dumps it back across into the corner. San Jose State makes a change.
I think the next 4 minutes is crucial for the Spartans if they're going to tap to win this game.
Picked up there. Garcia picks his pocket, and that's going to be a trip.
Good call. That could either been a trip, which was a great spot by you, but I was wondering they could go with an interference on that too. But here's a golden opportunity for the Spartans.
As it's Olszewski that goes to take a seat.
26 Utah.
Because if they can get it like a 7-4, 7-5 going in with about 7 minutes left, put a little heat on Utah, see how they handle it.
Agreed. But if you're the Utah coaching staff, this is what you didn't want to see in this third period, picking up some lazy habits, making some lazy challenges and poke checks. And now you've committed a couple of bad penalties. Garcia's shot flies just wide.
But you're right. Utah's definitely got a little slack, a little lazy, and do more stick work.
As that hits the post.
And that goes back to it. The defense, rather than putting the body on, he went with the stick and he went right by him. But when you got Dysart and Garcia out there and you Navarrete, you're in the game. Now a little more discussion going on by the net of Miller.
That's because he got a little bit of a shower there right out in front.
That's a good way to say a major shower. Little, I like that, Lane. That was a good way to put it. Now that's sensitive. I'm rubbing off on you right now.
I know. We've been calling too many games together.
And it's been a blast. I want you to know that.
Always a blast. Maybe you should fly down to Salt Lake for regionals and you help me broadcast those.
You give me that presidential suite on the house, and I think about it.
Yeah, all right. AJ, if you're listening, make some calls.
I don't want the executive suite. I want the presidential suite.
That's dumped back down. 1 minute remaining here on the Olszewski penalty. Beanie's going to be the first one to the puck there. Poke checked off of it. Here comes Parsons. He's got it. Coming into the neutral zone. He brings it all the way back to regroup. Swings it across. .30 seconds remaining here on the penalty kill. Other than that Garcia chance early on, not much brewing for the Spartans on this power play.
No, Utah's done a really nice job of clamping down and putting more pressure in the Spartan zone and won't let them out.
Rossi has it. He brings it in. He's got Dysart to his left. He passes it through. A little bit of 6 seconds remaining here. It's going to be an offensive face-off for the Spartans.
Now it's getting to that point in the game that San Jose is going to have to start taking some gambles and some chances to just try to get a couple goals before that 5-minute mark and get a shot at it.
Olszewski leaves the box. Utah's back to full strength. Here comes Mudd the other way. He passes off a stretch pass, all in front, out to Chuck Lennis. He covers it up. And then Chuck Lennis isn't really pleased by the shower that he just gets.
He has been talking quite a bit to the Utah players.
O'Shea has it up at the top. His wrister flies high. Picked up by Mudd out behind the net. Swung back around looking for Pittman. Goes all the way around the boards. Moorhead passes it back down. Back up to Moorhead by the blue line. He probes. Out to the circle. He passes it around the boards to Mudd. Mudd now has it. He tries to reverse course. Loses it there.
We got all kinds of different skirmishes going right now.
Garcia's going to be entering the box there.
And that's going to really hurt the Spartans.
And that, I think that was more of a retaliation to what Kurt did a couple seconds before on the shower. Garcia didn't take too kindly as
94 San Jose, 13 Utah, both 2 minutes for rough. 4-4.
Well, they took them both, so. But actually, overall, this really does hurt the Spartans because Garcia is so talented. And with him and Dysart, that's a formidable pair. Then you throw Navarrete in there. That's a tough line. Now they got it sorted out.
Yeah, finally got Utah's extra man off the ice for the 4-on-4. So 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey here. Opportunity there. Pass back to Endy. Endy's opportunity. Great stick save by Chuck Lennis.
Caught it right off the back of his blocker. A little more pushing and shoving going on. You're seeing more of that.
And you really do just like hate to see it like end a game kind of just go in this direction. Because it's just going to continue the rest of the way. It's not going to get better or worse. Or better anyway. Most like you just hope it doesn't get worse.
Yeah. I just get this feeling we're going to see a few more players take an early shower tonight.
Chow has it there. He tries to make a pass out. Picked off by the Spartans. They're bringing it in. Pass there to Roth. Roth brings it in there. He's got it at the right circle. His shot's deflected and pushed aside by Biller. 9:30 remaining here in the final period. Monaco brings it in. He dumps it down. Trying to beat Aguero to the puck. He does. Flashes out of front. Roth has it. Picked off there. Endy now has it. Endy switches it out to Chow. Flash out in front to Endy. He's unable to corral it on the first time pass. Flashes it into the crease. That's picked off by the Spartans and they clear. No icing is the call. Milik brings it in for Utah. Lays it off to Osla. He swings it back around. Moorhead has it. His shot's deflected and goes wide. Picked up there by Codner. Codner tries to make a move. Take it, brushed off of it by Nahara. He has it now. Chuck Lennis just threw a punch right there, it looked like.
Chuck Lennis definitely has a lot to say in this game.
Chow and Rossi were battling out in front of Chuck Lennis's net. It looked like Chuck Lennis didn't take too kindly.
Well, Child's in the box for sure on that one.
This comes to a point where when is
Hey,
enough.
Utah, 2 minute unsportsmanlike. Bully, San Jose, 2 minute rough.
Chuck Linus got a roughing penalty, so I'm not sure who's going in the box for him.
When is enough enough?
Looks like Coleridge is going in to serve that penalty. Well, now we got a little lonely action. I have a question about Utah since you know them. Do they have a lot of seniors? Is this a heavy base senior team, or are they spread out from freshmen to seniors?
So one thing that this team, it's pretty mixed. Team gets recruited heavily. The one thing that we actually do at Utah with having the D1 and the D2 team is that this is our D2 team here, is that we recruit for the D1 team and we'll move those lower D1 players that may not get the playing time down to the D2 squad to get some playing time and playing action. Instead of it being like a farm style system, you do it the reverse psychology type way. And the Harris shot saved there by Chuck Lennis.
And that's a nice luxury to have, is because some of these players are probably right on the border of D1 and D2. So why sit on the bench, come and get some ice in, and then kick back up the following year?
That was the biggest reason why the D2 team was created a couple of years back, was because we had so much turnout. Why not create two squads and have an upper and a lower?
That makes a lot of sense.
Here comes Dysart the other way for San Jose State. He's brushed off of it there. We're now back to full strength hockey, 5-on-5. Roth passes up the boards looking for Aguero. Feeney picks it off. He's looking for Kurt. Kurt beats everybody to the puck. He comes in with some speed. His shot is saved and goes out of play. 7:38 remaining in this one.
Well, if you're the San Jose State Spartans, you might as well just go ahead and go for it and take all kinds of gambles, because there's no reason to hold back down 7-2 with 7:38 to go. You might as well just let it all hang out and go for it.
Gary, it's over. I'm sorry. 7-2, 7:38 left. I don't want to be that guy, but based off, don't remember, I started my career at San Jose State University.
Well,
I'm going to be a realist in this one, just because there's so many things happening after the whistle, so to speak, that this game's just gotten too choppy for a team to make a comeback here, and it seems like both teams' focus is not on the ice anymore, so to speak.
You're right. I'm going to go with that one, because you're not going to get 5 goals past Miller. I don't care who the spot is. So now we can start previewing the championship game. What's your take on it?
I think it's going to be a fascinating matchup. I know it's be interesting to see how. I know the UW staff is here. They've watched the whole game, kind of analyzing, and looks like trying to set up a game plan moving forward. But I think it'll be a tight matchup, especially with all the pressure. Bortoluzzi takes a shot, and Chuck Lennis covers that and covers it up. That was a little bit of a. It will be intriguing to see how I kind of mentioned it a little bit. UW's come out a little slow in the first period. Utah loves to come out fast, so a little bit of differentiating styles of how these two teams have kind of played this weekend. I mean, yesterday is an outlier for Utah, but today it came out really fast. But that's the one thing I San Jose State's playing style kind of favored Utah's open style game, because that's how they want to play already. UW's a little bit more of a balanced team in all three phases, so they'll try and limit that to the best of their ability. I don't know. I think it's going to be fascinating.
It will be an interesting hockey game, I think, with you.
I will have a little bit of bias. I can't lie. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds without question. What are your initial impressions?
Well, I think Utah's going to definitely have to watch the speed and the cycle game that UW loves to do. They're extremely efficient at it. And you mentioned how UW's kind of started off slow, which is true both games, but I'm half wondering if that's not by design, is to see what the other team's doing on them, counting on their offense to keep them in the game in case, things don't work out. And then the second and third period, they come out and start playing their format. I think it's going to be one of those games that is going to be either extremely tight throughout the whole event or one team's going to blow the other one out.
Right.
And that's just the sense I'm getting, because Utah, I really like how in sync they are, how they play positional hockey. That'll be a challenge for UW to try to break that down. So that's why I'm saying either tight game or it's going to be a blowout.
A couple of big-time saves there by Czech Lennis. And a couple of Grant Stevens, the UW forward on their second line. He's from just outside of Salt Lake City and Park City, so that he'll have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Zeke Endy, a Washington boy. So a couple of maybe mini battles, chips on their shoulders for a couple of these players potentially in tomorrow's matchup, which will be puck drop will be at 11 a.m. So it's an early morning game right before the Super Bowl. Perfect. Get up, get your coffee, get ready for some hockey, and then start prepping for your Super Bowl party or that you're going to be taking place afterwards. Full day of sports.
Or you could just do what we're going to end up doing, going down the barrel house after it's all over.
Absolutely.
Unwind.
Full decompress, to say the least. Got just about 5 minutes remaining here in this one. Still getting a little chippy. You can see the San Jose State coaching staff are just completely frustrated with how this game's unfolded.
Yeah, I think they were thinking that their wide open style might pose some problems with Utah, but and it would be interesting.
I initially thought it would, especially with how fluid and offensive minded they played yesterday. They couldn't have, offensively speaking, they could have played any better. But Utah was like, all right, I know we'll give you some opportunities, but we know we're going to get ours, and they've buried those chances better off and kind of dictated that from the start.
I wish we were sitting by the UW coaching staff looking at their notes and what they're.
I know. What are they scripting?
Yep. Because they are, because there's a head coach and their assistant coaches all were here. And vice versa. I'd be surprised that both these coaching staffs weren't watching the EWU.
They did get here pretty early to watch the Utah coaching staff, to watch the first matchup.
Well, you had to, because both teams play such a different style of hockey.
Parsons makes a nice little drag there, unable to get the puck there. Swung around by Chow. Picked up by Kurt there. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Brought back in by San Jose State. Out in front, shoots, scores. Lovely little toe drag there. That was Codner who beats Biller top shelf.
But it is interesting when I'm sitting here thinking about it. I just find it hard to believe tomorrow's game is going to be a seesaw battle, like a 1-0, 2-1 game. That's why I'm saying it's either going to be a blowout or a tight game. I don't see a 3-4 goal differential. I just don't, but it's a possibility.
San Jose goal scored by number 5, Izzy Kodner. Assist number 8, John Parsons, and number 19, Matthew Ellis.
Again, that might be hard to understand. And if you know hockey, you get exactly what I'm trying to say off of that one, because it's like today, very tight game. And we'll see. We'll see what happens to that game.
Yeah, and everybody don't go anywhere after this concludes. The teams will shake hands, as well as then we'll have our 3 stars of the night for this one. So don't go anywhere and watch the player of the game ceremony right after this. So we're about 3 minutes remaining. Paper.
But I tip my hat to the Spartans. They have not quit playing, and that down 7-3, you could see a team kind of just folding the tent. But they're still out trying. It's just Utah was just too much for them tonight. And did you happen to play San Jose during the year, Lane? Do you know?
Yeah, we did. We played them roughly about January. About a month ago, and we actually split as they came up to Salt Lake, and we split against them.
So what do you see? Nice snipe right there.
That was Oslo.
Oslo, he just waited and made Chick Linus make a move at first and just buried in the top corner. What's the difference you see from those games that you're seeing here tonight? Because there has to be if it was that close. What do you think happened?
Biggest thing from what I had seen is that
Utah goal scored by number 10, Luke Osala, unassisted.
Is that we come out a little bit flat. We fall behind, and we're a team that, at least in that matchup, struggled to come all the way back. And in that matchup anyway. Sorry, I cut out again. So biggest thing there is just trying to figure out how everything unfolds. Because we blew them out one of the games, and then we lost a tight one in the second.
You got to give Utah a lot of credit. They're still trying to get it more goals. There's no stopping that club either.
As there's another one on the board for Utah there. It's now 9-3.
Now, if you're Utah, you just want to get this game over without any injuries or without losing any players for a game misconduct or anything. Just get it over with. That, if you were the Utah coach, that's what my concern would
Utah
be.
goal scored by number 10, Luke Osala. Assist number 15, Max Feeney.
Also with a quick double there in the last 2 minutes.
The kid's talented. He truly is.
Just 1 minute remaining here in this one. Once again, I want to thank everyone that's been a part of helping this experience unfold. Our sponsors, our staff, Travis Allen, the GM for Eastern Washington Hockey. He's been absolutely fantastic of putting this all together. Broadcast crew, student staff, the whole nine. Couldn't have done it without any of them. And we still got one more game to go, everybody. We still have the championship tomorrow. 11 a.m. puck drop, and it's going to be the Utah Utes versus the University of Washington Huskies.
Yeah, again, we got looks like Parsons in the box for the Spartans, but it's been tremendous hockey from the start, from all the way from the 5-star concrete skills competition all through today, just simply outstanding hockey. These teams have played extremely well. I don't think you could have asked for more as far as the play went.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. The games have been entertaining to say the least. Even the Utah USC blowout, like we were just in awe of what Chansey was doing out there, even though it was a rout. Man made 70 stops. It was insane.
Yeah, he was incredible. But again, I'm going to tout EW's hockey team. They came out and played extremely well. I could have saw them making that championship tomorrow. I really could. They played UW tough. And UW knew they were in a game, but this one here, it's Utah moves on to the championship game. We're going to get that 3-star away for Tyler Pisani to get his mic going so we can get going. I think he's going to do an interview also with the coach for Utah?
No, I think he looks like he's just reading off the names for the stars that he's going to have them hold for a half a second there.
Tip your hat to San Jose State Spartans. They tried hard this weekend, but you got the top 2 seeds going at it for the title.
It's going to be a fascinating one, to say the least.
It will be interesting. We're letting the handshakes get through before we announce the 3 stars coming up. But what can you say about Czech Linus? I know there was 9 goals on him, but that kid played. He was
50
stout.
stops.
He was stout.
Oh, it was a solid performance. Yeah, it looks like in Utah, the coaching staffs are kind of just trying to figure out what was unfolding on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, the game's over, so, if you got ill will, you have hard feelings, pick it up next year. This one's over today. But the Spartans gave what they had, but the Utes were just too powerful for them tonight. And you can see it by the shot differentials, 59-32 in favor of Utah. So he's got that mic down. I think he wants to do an interview.
Well, I'm trying to. Tyler with the sideline reporting. We had Taryn also doing some sideline stuff for us.
There's some unhappy fans with the officials.
That is some frustration, to say the least.
That's putting it mildly.
That is he respectfully disagrees.
That's a nice way to say it.
It's now time to announce the 3 stars of tonight's game. From the University of Utah, number 30, Michael Biller.
He deserves a star. That kid played outstanding these last 2 games. Unbelievable.
And tonight's number 2 star from the Utah Utes, number 21, Jovial Milik.
Again, 2 outstanding games by that kid.
Milik, I think he had 2 goals, 2 assists, just all over the ice on that front line.
And just some of his playmaking ability too stood out.
And tonight's number 1 star with 3 goals from the University of Utah, number 8, Otto Chow.
And that's all you have to say right
Had
there.
a-
3
had a hattie.
Yeah, I mean,
Got it, and he got it all in the first period
Yeah.
too.
and he set the tempo actually for this game. Well, Blaine, I think that's about wraps it up for us. We'll be back here bright and early tomorrow, getting ready for that championship game.
You know it, everyone. If you're not gonna tune in, why don't you come in person instead? It's gonna be a crazy atmosphere for a championship Sunday. Once again, this is Blaine Spencer and Gary Allen signing off. We'll see you guys tomorrow.